So this hasn't been started?
Yeah, I'm writing haikus and graffiti, trying to gain attention to this cute Nefertiti. Body like a parents were born Anunnaki, filling up my black book like my first name is Ty.
Welcome back to another episode of Ordinary People. Today I have the true pleasure of interviewing Jem, one of my close friends since college. Jem, thank you so much for being open to interviewing.
Of course, my pleasure.
I know a lot about you and you're an amazing person, but none of our viewers do. If you could just, in a nutshell, tell me what you're doing right now.
Okay, so right now in my life, I'm very focused on my career. That takes up most of my time. Obviously, we work about 12 hours a day, about 50, 60 hours a week, and it's exciting work. So I am a management consultant, and what we do is to solve business problems for big corporations. It's very exciting. I've been in different industries, serving different clients. That's definitely the majority of my time spent on my career. Outside of it, I'm still dancing a lot. I've been dancing since college, performing since college, hanging out with my friends, enjoying New York City, enjoying life.
Awesome. Jem, so you are, in my definition, a very successful person.
Thank
you have many more things for you ahead. But getting here, how was getting here?
So I was born and raised in Beijing. I spent the last 10 years here in the US being a international student at first, and now I'm on a work visa, on H-1B work visa. And it wasn't easy coming over here. I was alone actually, without my family. Since I was 15 years old, I came here as an exchange student to Oklahoma City, which is really a foreign, almost like a foreign country to me. It was totally different from what I thought America was. You know, I thought of America as like Gossip Girls, you know, in New York pretty much. So I was very shocked and definitely culture shocked. But you know, it's a challenge that I had to overcome, which I think I did at this point.
And what were some of the biggest challenges you found when you first came? And some of the challenges that you found over a period of time?
I think first is to really adjust the culture and to grow independently without the help of support your family and friends you can trust. I think those two are the biggest, and as a result, you really have to figure out what you want to do in life according to this new culture, and you know, you have to develop a new support system for yourself. So I think that's really the biggest challenge.
Now, you've been working for how long now?
Over 3 years.
Okay, over 3 years. That transition into finding a job, that couldn't have been easy.
Right, it was not easy. Well, I think it takes a lot of hard work for sure for anyone. And I think for international students, it's definitely very hard because you don't have that support network. You don't have people who are already working here that can just connect you with an interview or connect you with someone already in a company that you want to work for. I really felt like the network is a huge deal, especially if you want to develop a career in business or even any career really. You want to be able to connect to people that's helpful to you, like a mentor can guide you along the way. And I felt like I didn't really have a mentor in that kind of capacity. I had people who gave me advice, but didn't have one or a few people who were able to support me like that. So I was pretty much on my own. You have to really explore and find out what you want as well, which is hard. I mean, knowing what you want and then getting there is one thing, plus just figuring out what you want. And I had the pleasure to work for different companies and different internships, you know, including Goldman Sachs, Deloitte, etc. So that really helped. But just figuring that out is challenging. Has been challenging.
Who are your biggest mentors?
See, that's a hard question because I don't think I really had one. But if I had to say one, I think there is one now that I work for. Actually, that's my boss for my engagement. I really do look up to him and we have a very good relationship professionally, and also think that we understand each other. He understands me personally and my goals, my ambitions. He really is a big mentor at this point in time.
Okay. So in your job in consulting, I'm just changing gears. I'm trying to think of anything, but you are a Asian female in a big corporation. How has that experience been for you?
So I think I'm lucky to be in a company that's very diverse. It's extremely diverse. The class I started with in EY, so I work for EY, we have, I think half of our class was actually international. And then absolutely the male-female balance is, I would say, pretty good. Maybe there's still a little bit more male than female, but overall it's pretty balanced. And that's something that the firm really values. So they're very careful in cultivating female leaders and managers, and also in hiring entry-level consultants as well that are female and diverse.
Let's say someone wants to be a consultant. What would you advise them? What are some of the pros and cons of becoming one?
Okay, so I would say consultant, I think being a consultant is a very fulfilling career, because the biggest thing to me though is the opportunity to explore different fields. So, we serve clients in so many different industries. You learn so much about, different companies.
Sure.
And that's one thing that's hard to get unless you're in a professional services organization, being a consultant. So that's a huge plus. And as someone who aspired to become a consultant, I would say demonstrate your enthusiasm. Definitely always be open-minded and eager to learn. Try to be able to think on your feet, and whenever there's a time to practice for that kind of skills, definitely go for it. And then also be very open-minded to making new connections.
Sure.
Always, network is so important.
Yeah. Okay. Jem, I feel like so much of this was so professional. I want one question to be an intimate question between two friends. But I'm kind of having a hard time. Is there anything you'd want to share? Maybe a message to someone, or something that's been on your heart? Maybe, because that's unfair. That's not really a question either. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. If you wanted to tell your parents something, a message that you can tell them, let's say,
Wow.
Something that you haven't really had a chance to share because you're here working, what would you tell your parents?
I guess one thing I do want to share is I appreciate the opportunity to come here to the States. I know it's hard for them, being the parents of an only child. So letting go, I think, is a very brave thing to do as parents. And I were able to do that when I was 15. I was so young, and I really didn't know anything about being in a different country, how it's like to be without my parents, because I was very spoiled when I was little and everything taken care of for me. So I think, and I know that. So knowing that and still respecting my choice, I was very persistent in persuading them into sending me to America. So I really appreciate them respecting my choice and allow me to leave home. Yeah, to explore.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That is brave of them.
Yeah.
Well, Jem, thank you so much for sharing.
Of course. Last question was very good.
Was it?
Yes.